Hi, this is Kurt Repenchek with National Parks Traveler. Today we're in Glacier National Park with Superintendent Jeff Mao. We've managed to convince him to come out of the office and get on some snowshoes and take us on a nice hike up through the woods above Moraes Pass. One of the things we wanted to talk about during this trip was the Centennial next year and what Glacier is working with their Canadian counterparts for the Waterton-Glacier International Peace Park. And Jeff, I understand you've had some conversations and are working through some possibilities.
Yes. You know, I think one of the unique things that Glacier National Park brings to the family of national parks, or the National Park Service in general, is the fact that it was designated as the world's first international peace park in 1932. And you know, that really, and coming back from Sydney, Australia, and the World Parks Congress, I really discovered how unique that designation is, that on both sides of the international boundary, you've had Canadian Parliament and U.S. Congress together designate make this designation across the boundary. So, you know, I think it's worth sort of bringing that to the table, and the role that parks like Glacier and Waterton together can play on helping promote other transboundary conservation areas around the world. So whether they be international peace parks or whether they be transboundary parks established to conserve certain resources or world heritage or a variety of things.
So in one aspect, it sounds like you've gained a lot of attention from the world's park community as to what has transpired here since 1932, was it?
Yeah.
At the same time, does it put any pressure on you, or does it open up more opportunities for some of the things that you can do both with Waterton as well as throughout the world?
Well, I think, you know, actually, I think there's an opportunity with the Centennial to actually maybe look at either through government funding or philanthropic funding to restore some of those things that we've let go over the past few years. So, you know, we used to share rangers going back and forth so that you'd see a National Park Service uniform in Canada, or you see a Parks Canada uniform on the U.S. side of the park, and sort of, you know, I think visitors got to sort of, you know, obviously that would stimulate questions and they'd learn more, and it provided a great opportunity to talk about that special relationship of being an international peace park. But you know, I think there's also a role for us. You know, I've learned about a number of aspiring peace parks or transboundary conservation areas. There's about 20 areas around the world that are called international peace parks, and so to look at sort of, so what does it mean to be an international peace park? What are some of the best practices that come out of that? I think we have a lot to share here at Waterton-Glacier, but also to sort of, you know, some of the other challenges they face are going to be quite different, and how they've sort of managed those challenges through other partnerships.
Yeah. No, it sounds like an exciting time. And will the visitor to Glacier or the visitor to Waterton notice anything special next year?
Well, we hope so. You know, we hope to ramp up our game in terms of the visibility of the International Peace Park. We're hoping that some of our Peace Park pavilions that we have in both parks, they get a little bit of rehabilitation work done on them. You know, we're working on whether or not we can manage to actually create an International Peace Park Pass in 2016, so that you know, visitors can come and they can buy a pass that will have entry for both Glacier and Waterton, which will be a fairly unique thing. So.
Yeah, no, it sounds exciting, and maybe Eastern National come up with a special International Peace Park passport for your park passport.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like an exciting time, Jeff, and look forward to see what transpires. From the backcountry of Glacier National Park, this is Kurt Repenchek for National Parks Traveler.